So when I discovered that Scrum is the right answer to handle complex problems, complexity. Actually, for me, complexity is such an important concept that usually all the times I'm going to engage with an organization, I ask them, or I tell them about complexity, what it means. And I really also tell them, I need you to appreciate complexity, to understand the implications of what complex really means so that we can really apply Agile Scrum correctly. And now complexity has there's another great article out there, A Leader's Framework for Decision Making, Dave Snowden and Mary Boone, and it really goes into that, and it differentiates simple, complicated, complex, and chaotic problems. And in complex, we have the so-called unknown unknowns. So the things we don't even know upfront, that we don't know them yet. So therefore, we totally ignore them, and bang, at some point they materialize. And gosh, this happened. Why did this happen? And so on. And it is really appreciating that there are the unknown unknowns. We can't know everything upfront. We have to brace ourselves for things to go wrong, and therefore we need those what's referred to enabling constraints, like things like boundaries. They don't prevent accidents, but bad things to happen. And in Scrum, essentially, you have those enabling constraints. You have the sprint lengths. You can do whatever you want, but only for so long. Then you have to show it to us. Or you can do whatever you want every sprint. And the definition of done is another enabling constraint. This is the quality standard you have adhered to. Cross-functional teams, bringing in friction early on to surface those things we might not see early on in the other way, is really kind of, for me, the thing which is really important about complexity. And I think once you understand what complexity means, the unknown unknowns, because in the complicated we have the known unknowns, so the things we know up front that we don't know them. So therefore, if you have professionals with good enough education, they can analyze them and find answers to that. So in the complicated, you can plan everything up front and just follow the plan. But in the complex, because we don't know it yet, we have to kind of put in those enabling constraints. And there is this sentence I always sometimes bring out there, and I'm just bringing it in here from Dave Snowden. And he said, in complexity, we manage the emergence of beneficial coherence within attractors, within boundaries, and that allows temporary, locally valid solutions to emerge. And this is a sentence, is like, for me, this is like a candy on your tongue. It's really, you have to slowly really appreciate it and go through that and do it again and again until you really understand the depth of that phrase. But this is, for me, complexity, and Scrum is a approach to cope with complexity.